Right Side Broadcasting Network is in President Trump's motorcade right now as he is en route to his 5th New Hampshire campaign stop in just a week. Tonight, he'll be in Rochester, but prior to that, we're making an undisclosed stop right now, so we'll bring you that as it happens. We are in New Hampshire right now, and until then, as we know, other than President Trump's Rochester stop tonight, the big news of the day is out of Florida as Governor Ron DeSantis has officially dropped out of the race and has officially endorsed Donald Trump for president. So we'll see what 45 has to say about the man who President Trump says has been disloyal by even running against he and MAGA in the first place. As we are here in the Trump press van, we're going to be getting out of the van here, and we're going to see what happens as President Trump is making this surprise stop here at this area right now. Obviously, just authentic kind of coverage right now with Right Side Broadcasting Network as we walk in this direction with the press pool, and we'll be trying to hear what President Trump has to say about Ron DeSantis leaving the race for president. We're about 30 minutes from Manchester, 30 minutes north. Quite a quick trip up this way as we head into the campaign headquarters right now as we take a live look or a look right now at Trump 2024 Make America Great Again. These are the campaign headquarters in New Hampshire. As you know, he has a huge lead in New Hampshire, Nevada as well. And we hear some people right now chanting 4 more years. So let's take a live listen. Straight over here to your right, sir.
4 more years, 4 more years, 4 more years, 4 more years, 4 more years. Are you doing Matthew? USA! 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 We love Trump! We love Trump! We love Trump!
So President Trump about to appear here at this Trump campaign headquarters in New Hampshire. You're watching Right Side Broadcasting Network. Of course, the big event tonight in Rochester.
We need Trump! 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 We need Trump!
So there's about 100 people in this room here for Team Trump as we get a little closer to the podium.
USA! 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 USA!
How are you, everybody? So you know we've been doing great. We're leading by a lot. And like record-setting stuff, that's the way we want it. We had the big day in Iowa, and we're going to have a big day in New Hampshire, I think equal to. And we just got some word that one of our opponents, very capable person, is dropping out of the race, Ron DeSantis. And Ron is dropping out, and he, in doing so, he endorsed us. And it's a little cold outside, but not too bad. Don't forget, in Iowa, 40 degrees below zero. This is like warm weather. This is very warm up here. It's beautiful.
We love you.
So what happens is very interesting because he's out as of 3 o'clock this afternoon with the endorsement. Without the endorsement, I think we would have gotten almost all of those votes because we have very similar policies: strong borders, great education, low taxes, things that very, very few regulations, as few as possible, things that she really doesn't talk about because she's a globalist. So I think most of those votes, and I guess the polls say that most of those votes, or certainly many of them, come to us. But we don't need them because the poll just came out. Suffolk just came out, Boston Globe, and they say we're very far ahead, like by many, 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 many points. So I don't think we're going to need that. And the main thing is we're going to all work together, and we're going to defeat the worst president in the history of our country, the worst and most incompetent president in the history of our country. The world is blowing up. Take a look, the Middle East and Ukraine, the whole world is blowing up. And when I left, there was peace all over the world. As Viktor Orban said, bring back Trump immediately, get him back. You know who he is, right? Prime Minister of Hungary. He said, bring back Trump. Because since then, the whole world is blowing up, and we could end up in a World War III by the time these people finish. They have no idea what they're doing. But I did want to come over and say, you know, I'm making a big speech very shortly, and a couple of your leaders, but you're the real leaders, but a couple of your leaders said, do you think you could stop? There's some volunteers that are extraordinary. Could you possibly stop? I said, sure. Is it on our way? I said, is it on our way? They said, pretty close, about a half an hour. That's a lot. You know, a half an hour in Trump time, that's a hell of a lot, my man.
We love you.
So,
We love Trump. 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 We love
so
Trump.
I said, don't worry about it. Get that card, turn that sucker around, and let's go. We're going to say hello to the people. These are our friends. These people are there. And you've been here right from the beginning, and in many cases, you know, New Hampshire has a great history with me because we came into New Hampshire really wanting and needing a win in 2016, right? And we had that win, and that was a big win, and we won by over 20 points. And so I always have a warm spot in my heart. The governor's not exactly the best. I wouldn't rate him the best. He's super rhino, I would say. Yeah. Well, he actually, you know that he ran for, by the way, one of the great photographers of the world, right here, even though he works for the New York Times. That's his only thing. That's the only thing he's got going against him. Hello, Bill. No, he's a man that, frankly, should have changed the voting systems. Think of it. Democrats are allowed to vote in a Republican primary. It's not going to matter, but they're allowed to vote. And already there are 4,000 or 5,000 people signed up. What is that all about? And independents are allowed to vote in a Republican primary. The whole thing is crazy, like just crazy. But it's good because you know what? We win anyway. We're going to win by a lot. It feels just like Iowa. We were hoping maybe 35, 36 points, and we ended up getting close to 53. And it was the biggest victory, Iowa, the biggest victory in the history of the deal. And I guess it goes back, they don't even know how far it goes back, like into the early 70s. And this was the biggest victory. I think we're going to have the same kind of a thing here. I really do. It feels the same to me. We're leading by a lot, but we'll end up with records. And again, I'm not even concerned with all the Democrats that are going to vote. Remember, they're going to vote for her because they want to run against her. They are the party of disinformation and misinformation. They're slightly different. There's a very fine difference. I won't explain it to you right now. It's very boring, but it's close enough. And they will always say, oh, we want to run against Trump. But they don't want to run against me. They ran against me in 2016. They said, we want to run against Trump. How did that work out? Not too good for them. And frankly, we did much better in 2020. And now we're going to do better than we ever did because the spirit, and now we've gotten to see how they can destroy a country. Before we didn't know that to the extent, but they've destroyed. They're destroying our country, almost destroyed, but we're going to save it. Yes. We're going to save it. And we're going to have the strongest border you've ever seen. We had the best border in the history of our country. Now we have the worst border in the history of the world. Think of it. And we're going to do things that are fantastic. Another thing we're going to do, drill, baby, drill. We're going to get your energy costs. You know, in New Hampshire, the highest energy costs in the whole nation by far. I don't know what it is. It's your governor's fault. Honestly, it is. The work deals, get energy, get it. We had plenty of it. And now, and it has been that way always. It's for some reason. And you also have per capita just about the worst drug problem. And that's a shame. And I went around with your police department and your fire department over the years. And they're unbelievable, the job they do. The job they do is unbelievable. I mean, so much of it is drug related. They save people's lives to an extent that you wouldn't believe possible. And so we owe them, and I owe you because you have brought me so far. And literally, almost everybody in this room, other than the very young ones, they've been with me right from the beginning. 2015 and 2016 stuff, right? So I just want to thank everybody. And if you don't mind, I got to make a speech because I'm going to be a little bit late. We have a big crowd. Did you see the crowd we had yesterday? We took an arena, we broke the record, we took an arena, it was so packed, there wasn't a seat, and then outside we're trying to get people in. The biggest they've ever had, and here's how the news reported it. Had a reasonable number of people. Huh? It was like ho-hum. I remember when Bernie Sanders used to have 2,000 people, they said, this crowd is unbelievable. This is the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen. And I'd be down the road, we'd have 25,000, 30,000 people. They wouldn't even mention it. I said, this is something wrong. That was at the beginning. I said, this is something wrong with this fake news stuff. So we developed the name Fake News, and it seems to have stuck. Because right now the media is rated lower than Congress. And I would say that was something nobody thought could happen, right, my friend? So thank you all very much. Big day. We have a big day. I'll be back tomorrow. I go in for a Biden trial. I call them the Biden trial. Zero Biden. They've weaponized government. So I'm going to make my speech, and I'm going to go to New York. I'm going to spend time in the morning in New York. Then I'm coming back here. And people say, how the hell do you do it? But that's what they want to do. They want to exhaust you, both from a dollar standpoint and physically, but we don't get it. Do we get exhausted? We don't. What they've done is they've weaponized the Department of Justice at a level. I have 7 lawsuits. Every single one of them is related to the Department of Justice. Take a look at Fani. Fani. It's not Fanny. It's supposed to be Fanny, F-A-N-I. There's no U. Think of it. So Fani, and she pays a boyfriend like close to $1 million out of the coffers of Georgia. You ever see anything like this one? But here's the thing. They spent much time at the White House figuring out how to indict the former president of the United States, 45th president, who just recently got 70, think of it, who just recently got 75 million votes, the most in history for a sitting president. So there's when you'd say, oh, that's not involved. They're all involved, including civil ones, and including the AGs and the DAs, all Democrats, all Democrat judges. Now think of the timing. We have our vote the day after tomorrow, and I go to court tomorrow. This is all planned. And they want to rush it, but I said, why didn't you bring the case 3 years ago? Because they had no case. This is all bad stuff. And the truth is, I don't believe I'd be up. I mean, we're up numbers that nobody's ever been up. I really believe that they have so overplayed their hand that it actually helped us from this standpoint. It's a very bad precedent, however. It's a country killer. What they're doing is a country killer. And Joe Biden, who maybe doesn't even know what's happening, because he's surrounded by communists and fascists, young, smart, vicious. He's got a woman running the Department of Justice, Lisa Monaco. I think she's really running it. She's friends with a guy named Andrew Weissman, who's been, for years, failing against me. For years. I've been fighting these people off for years. These are bad people that hate our country. So I'm going to go make a speech, and I'll be back tomorrow afternoon. And we are going to have some fun, and we are going to have the biggest victory we've ever had. I believe the biggest victory we've ever had. And I just want to thank everybody. Look, we have some really young ones are starting. But I want to thank you, and I'm praying for you too. And we're all praying because you know what? We're close to World War III. These incompetent fools will start World War III. And you know, 10 months sounds like a short period of time. They can do damage. Look what they've done to our country at the border. Look what millions of people are flowing into our country from prisons, from jails, from mental institutions. I love you all. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
President Trump, will you be using the name Ron DeSantis tonight? The fact
it's retired.
Okay.
He just said, will I be using the name Ron DeSantis? I said, that name is officially retired.
Thank you, sir. Well, there you go. President Trump right there answering that quick question I had about Ron DeSantis. I mean, that's the one I wanted to know, and that's the one that we got right there. So a great time. We're going to have to get back into the press van. President Trump giving Right Side Broadcasting Network that exclusive soundbite right there that we will be, of course, showing you tonight as well. Looking for my camera guy. He's probably up there closer to President Trump right now, or maybe he has left. I'm not sure where he's at, so I'll just follow the press team at this point on the way out. So we'll get going this way as we just heard from President Trump that Ron DeSantis is retired. That name is no longer what President Trump will use. So tonight we'll hear that, of course, on stage in Rochester. Pretty good stuff here in New Hampshire. President Trump leading in the polls, doing a great job in this state, in the Granite State. Obviously kicked some serious butt in Iowa, and we'll see what he does as we head towards Rochester and we head back to the press van here with the Trump team. Once again, this is Right Side Broadcasting Network. Always great to have this kind of footage that you just really don't get, especially at the mainstream networks. They wouldn't want to cover something like this because obviously they have been hiding the truth for years. But now it's time for the truth to prevail, and we know the truth will set you free. All right, let's send it back to our coverage right now in Rochester. I'm Matthew Alvarez. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's send it back to you.